guys, sorry it's been a long time, but we're back with Ask the Night, and it's an AnimeGod500Rebirth special. You gotta have one of the longest YouTube usernames I've heard of, dude. Just saying. His first question: what Jerry Anderson series do you think should be next for a reboot? Stingray, a second attempt at Captain Scarlet, or if you remember this one, Terrorhawks? Terrorhawks is one of those ones that I don't remember a lot of, but I liked the premise of it. It's essentially very similar to Thunderbirds, where it's a very close-knit group of people that come together as an organization for the preservation of life on Earth. But it's pretty much the same staple as with Thunderbirds. They're not just out there to preserve life, but they're out there to make sure no accidents happen. Stingray, it's the same premise in virtually all of Jerry's series, but the tone is very different. Stingray has some very quirky comedic moments. Thunderbirds is very heroic and theatrical, whereas Captain Scarlet's just this very dark, kind of gritty place. It's very surreal to see in a children's show. Terrorhawks is back to that sort of quirky thing where they do, I think it's super macronation, I think Jerry referred to it as, whereas this time it's not puppets on strings, it's actually hand coordinated puppets, for want of a better description. I do feel like Captain Scarlet wasn't given the props it should have gotten first time round. I think if ITV had handled Scarlet with the right amount of respect that it should have been given, I think if they put it on at, say, 4:30 in the afternoon on a weekday, or even the weekend, you know, something for the kids to watch whilst everyone's out watching soccer or rugby for the afternoon, that would have been something for the kids, and it was at a point where everybody could have seen it. I think when they put it onto Ministry of Mayhem and had the two parts separated by 30 minutes, it's really difficult to, you know, retain the attention span. And then when they had the second season on the CITV channel, which not too many people had back then, it means even less people watched it. So this is where I like that ITV have handled Thunderbirds so much better in this last year. They've kept it on ITV1 because Thunderbirds is iconic and legendary. But with that said, I would like to see ITV take another crack at Stingray, because of all of the properties of Jerry Anderson that are the most recognizable, Stingray has yet to have another series, let alone another movie. So I would like to see how Stingray could be done for a modern day audience. That and Stingray was the first Jerry Anderson series that I saw in the 80s, so got a special place for it there. Hope answers your question. What are your favorite Studio Ghibli movies? Mine are Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, and Kiki's Delivery Service. Can't really answer that one per se, as I've not seen any of them, although Spirited Away, it does look very intriguing, and the art style is just amazing. It's just amazing from what I've seen in clips and trailers, but sadly I have yet to see those movies. Sorry that doesn't answer your question the way you would like it answered. And finally, which series would you say is the lesser of two evils, Sonic Boom or Sonic Underground? Sonic Underground. Sonic Underground. I mean, Sonic Underground was bad in comparison to Saturday Morning and Adventures of, but Boom? Let me put it this way. This is Sonic Underground, this is Boom. All is forgiven. Yeah. Art style wise, in terms of the way, but well, you can compare the two. To be honest with you, I thought Underground's slightly darker palette style compared to, say, you know, like Adventures of. I quite enjoyed that. It was a little bit more colourful in other areas. I mean, Boom has got an amazing CG look to it. It's cartoony, but there's some places where you think that don't look bad. Voice work, I'd say they're on an even keel, but in terms of story, execution, and the delivery of it, Underground, let's put it this way, Underground's up here. Underground is still bad compared to the other two Sonic series from that decade, but I will gladly take half a season of Underground over a single episode of Boom any day. Now, I will grant there are some funnier moments in Boom, but in all honesty, Boom is just a giant mess that... How to put this into perspective? Like Norman Osborn's assistant said in Spider-Man 1, we need to take the whole thing back to formula. Again, the cast are great, the animation is superb, but story, sorry. When you've got a series where Sonic has two siblings, where medallions turn into musical instruments that can also be weapons, is better than Boom, then you've got a problem. Hope that answers your question. You know how this shtick works by now. If you'd like to leave me a question, leave one in the comment section below, or on dynamicnight.com, or leave a question on my Twitter link in the outro. But until then, ask again.